Prepping and packing for vacation is super fun to me, although it is very, very stressful. In today's video, we are going to jump in and just show you all everything that we are taking on our vacation. I'm prepping everything for myself, my 21-year-old son, my 14-year-old son, and my 8-year-old daughter. We are starting with our water bag. That's just kind of where I put all of our swimming stuff, and I try to put it like easily accessible so we can just grab it and go. In this clip, I'm showing everything that we have to take for the weather. We're actually going to Disney in the dead of summer. You have to have plenty of fans. We do usually umbrellas opposed to ponchos. I do take ponchos just in case, but I prefer the umbrellas. You actually see me trying the cloth compression bags, and the main thing with any type of storage bag that you're trying to pack with, you have to kind of fold everything within like an inch border, and I'm shoving everything into this compression bag, and I didn't delete a whole lot. I did speed it up, but this I wanted to kind of leave as real life as possible so you could truly grasp just how intense this is. The zipper just kept busting open every time I would go around once. By the time I got, around to do it again, then the back part of it would bust open. So I just wanted to show that because I had never used this bag before, and you will see I do decide to just toss this and go back with the old faithful, just the zipper type compression bags. I really, really enjoy those, and I have used them several times, and they have never failed me. I really like them, and they are very cost efficient, whereas the zipper type compression bags, they were quite a bit more expensive, and they were an epic fail. So these bags, I can also get more things in. And again, I'm putting our water stuff. I attempt to put a couple of pair of leggings. Those are mine in there. And then I realized that I hadn't even washed those yet. So I had to pull those back out. And then this is what we're putting in the carry-on bag. I got a vacuum type zipper compression bag, just the little zip seal type thing. I used this, just the hand pump. They have some that are like USB rechargeable, can work on batteries and that kind of thing, but I wanted to use this just in case I didn't get everything charged, and I kind of had enough to charge, so I used this. But again, I didn't delete a whole lot. I chose to instead speed it up just so you could see how much that I actually get into these bags. And it is a struggle, to say the least, but it is totally worth it in the end. I actually broke a sweat trying to get this stuff in these bags because there is a very small opening and I had a lot of stuff. So I actually get on top of it to flatten out as much air as I possibly can. And then the secret to this, so hang on to this tip, is to put these bags into whatever, whether it be a suitcase, a backpack, whatever. If you can, put it into that before you get all of the air out, because then it kind of shrinks and conforms to the shape of what you're needing it to be in. I hope that makes sense. But again, I'm going on to the second bag now, and I had all of these shirts just kind of hung up, and I wanted to show you all just how much that I'm getting in here, because it is unreal how much that you can get in these bags. And again, whenever you are folding the stuff, just leave about an inch to an inch and a half border around the size of the bag. That's why I always put the clothes on top of the bag and then pull the bag out once I'm ready to stick the clothes down in there, just so I'm kind of giving myself a guideline to stay in. And then whenever I'm folding everything, I try to make sure that the thickness kind of stays the same. I hope that makes sense. If I have, like, if it's a little thicker at one end, it won't compress as well. So I try to keep everything as even as I possibly can. And here in just a second, I will show you with this bag how much it compresses, like the before and the after view, so that way you can see just how efficient these really are. And it is a little more work kind of in the whole prep and pack part of it, but to know that I can get all of this stuff, with it being pretty much three adults and one child, our clothes were very, very thick, and they bulked up really quick. So right here you can see just the opening of that bag, and then I'm kind of like squeezing and pushing. And you would think that whenever you let the air out and you get to wherever it is you're going, that the clothes are severely wrinkled, but they are not. I try to smooth them all out before, like as I'm folding them, before I put them into this bag. So once I get them in the bag and they get past that small opening, then the bag does kind of open up a little more. So I kind of flatten out everything as much as I can. And then I do this usually the day before we leave. And then whenever we get there, as soon as we're unpacking, I just open the bags, and then the clothes aren't really wrinkled. They are just a little, but nowhere near like you would imagine. And I just take some Downy Release and spray, give them a little spritz the night before, and we're good to go. So we actually ended up having 4 personal items and the 1 carry-on. And I made sure that everyone could still carry an umbrella and a water bottle. So I did one little like snack lunchbox for me and my little girl, and then I made the boys I picked up a little dollar store lunchbox just in case we had to, abandon something somewhere. But that way they could use that to pack up their snacks on the plane, and then we could also use that to just put our garbage in that way, so we didn't have to worry so much about making sure that we caught them as they went by. It just makes everything so much easier. And in this backpack that I usually keep right in front of me, under the seat, is I put all of the electronics and our toiletry bag and like wipes that I would need. We took some pixie dust on this trip to Disney, so that was the key rings that you just saw. And then this is the travel neck roll that unzips, so you can use that for storage as well. So I put all the boys' socks and I think I put some cooling towels maybe in this as well. And then here you will see all of our personal bags of treat boxes. So thank you all so much for being here. Can't wait to see you in the next one.